What's going on? We back. Mercy Sports Talk. We in a building. Let's talk about great and Bob Quinn through his first 3 seasons with the Lions. 16, 17, 18. Nice going into 2019. Talk about free agents, draft, and give him an overall grade. You feel me? Start off with free agency, man. He ain't done too well. His best overall free agent in 3 off seasons going into 4 has been Marvin Jones. Second best probably has been Devin Kennard. You just go back and just look, at the list of free agents that he has acquired here. Ragnow, TJ Lang, Akeem Spence, Paul Warlock, Cornelius Washington, DJ Hayden, Denfeld, Keyshawn Martin, TJ Lang, Jordan Hill, Nick Belliard. Let me see who else you got here. He re-signed Nada. So I don't know if that counts against him or not. Also, he took first free agent was Marvin Jones, Tavon Wilson, Raphael Bush, Stephon Charles, Jeremy Curley, Darren Walls, and a few other guys. Stephen Ridley, Mr. Fumble. And then, last season, obviously it was this past offseason was Devin Kennard, Deshaun Shedd, and pretty much LeGarrette Blount. And most of these guys I speak of have been failures. Wagner, Lang, you name them, they've pretty much been failures here with Detroit. And like I said, the most successful one was Marvin Jones, in my opinion. That's his most successful free agent signing. Tavon Wilson is still with the team. So he been terrible in free agency. Now that was a place where Martin Mayhew kind of thrived here. I don't really think the Lions, the Fords, want to spend a lot of money on free agency. I don't think their goal is to win a Super Bowl. I believe their goal is to keep us just interested enough in the Lions. Their goal is not to win. TV money's so good, they don't want to tie their money up into nobody other than the quarterback. But that's what it is. Free agency has been a failure for Bob Quinn. I had to give him an F, but I'm gonna say D to be nice. I'm a grade on the curving scale right here, on the curve scale right here. I'm gonna give him a D. Okay, Marvin Jones was a good signing. Devin Kennard was a good chief signing, but he failed on Sylvester Williams. He's failed on Luke Wilson this year. He's failed on Ragnow. He's failed on Lang. He's failed, LeGarrette Blount. So it's way more failures than successes, But one thing, that probably made me give him a D more than an F is that he hasn't tied big money into anybody. He's been real frugal and real selective on the contracts he pays. So he hasn't spent some money where like, damn, he spent $100 million on this guy and he failed and messed up our cap. So for the most part, the worst one is probably Lane because he comes with a lot of dead money on the cap. But other than that, he really ain't put a lot of money into people where we can't really restrict him. Now, if we talk about the selection of player, the whole right side of the line suck. You go into the draft, Taylor Decker, ever since he messed his shoulder up, he fell off. So three out of his offensive line picks, free agency and draft, we get into the draft in a minute, have been epic failures, okay, so far. Decker was good before the shoulder injury, but you always got to account for injuries in the NFL. But overall, free agency has been a big failure for him. I'm just talking about acquiring new acquisitions, man, here. He's a failure, man. But I give him a D because he ain't really messed the money up like that, you know what I'm saying? So that is what it is, okay? Now, we talk about the draft. Okay, I'm going to go through the draft, and we're going to have a conversation about this draft, okay? And should be an interesting one. 2016, I believe, was his first draft. If we all remember, everybody come to the altar for communion, okay? Taylor Decker, first round. Ashawn Robinson, second. Graham Glasgow, third. Killebrew, Joe Dill, Antoine Williams, Jake Rudock, Anthony Zettel, Jimmy Lands, Dwayne Washington. Rudock, Zell, and Zettel and Lance was three of them was 6 round picks. Okay, Dale and Williams was 2 5th-round picks. Okay, Dwayne Washington, I forgot he even drafted him. He never really materialized with the Lions at all. Okay, but for the most part, the still out on Taylor Decker. I think it takes a couple years to recover from a shoulder injury. It's a lot of bones if you ever do recover. Graham Glasgow was the best pick in 2016. The third round seems to be his best rounds of picking. Killebrew was an epic failure. Everybody else, you know the business is. 17 draft. You had Jared Davis. He sucks at middle linebacker, but he's improving. I think he's better at the outside, but, you know, I give him credit for that. Tease Tabor, epic failure. He don't want to actually admit that he made a mistake and cut Tease Tabor or Killebrew. Kenny Galladay, another third-round pick, great pick. Reeves Maven, never liked him. Michael Roberts, can't get right, and I think part of that's Jim Bob Cooter. Agnew, fifth-round pick, great pick. Ledbetter, K.I., Pat O'Connor, not that good, okay? So he hit pretty much on 3 picks that draft. The 5th round with Agnew, 3rd round with Galladay, and I would say Jared Davis. I give him credit for that, depending on who you ask. Okay, this year he hit really good. Ragnow, Johnson, Tracy Walker, Deshaun Hand, Crosby, Nick Baldwin's the only bad pick here because he got injured. But other than that, you know, he shined this year, so he's improved in the draft process. Okay, this year was a hell of a draft, man. I mean, plenty of guys that helped us out. The funny thing about it is he didn't want Kerryon Johnson. He actually wanted Rashad Penny. Rashad Penny is god awful this year, and the Seahawks wouldn't trade them Rashad Penny. Okay, and they pretty much reached for Penny. Penny was projected to be a 2nd, 3rd, or 4th round draft pick. They reached for him, but that is what it is. But you look at the situation. You know, his first year draft was terrible. It was an epic failure. You know, second draft was a little bit better, but still considered a failure. And then he had an outstanding draft last year, so I'm gonna give him a C- for his draft just because he hit it out the park this year. And then you go into, you know, you have to equate into this formula that he downgraded that coach so far. Now, Patricia can go on to be a really good coach, but right now he downgraded from Caldwell to Patricia. Also, he's credited for letting Patricia, or probably possibly letting Stafford or whoever made Patricia, retain Jim Bob Cooter. That blood is on his hands as well. And also, you know, you got some other coaches around there as well. So overall, this dude he's really failing at his job. But I think last year's draft is on the up and up. They got $50 million in cap space. I wouldn't count on them spending that, you know, like everybody wants them to spend it. He said he's not making no splash spendings. He's going to be frugal. And like I said the other day, that one of the reasons this was a good fit for Martha Ford and his Lions organization is because they don't want to spend money. They don't want to put a winning product on the field. They want to be cheap. They want to take the cheap route like the Patriots did and get a cheap system where you can plug and play and don't have to pay players and win. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be hard to mimic because Belichick was the personnel genius. Belichick was a great coach. They trying to become the Detroit Patriots of the Midwest, and it's not going to work because you don't have the mastermind Bill Belichick to pull that off. They don't have that. You got Bob Quinn, okay? And what is his fucking credentials? How much did he do? How much did he do? You know, or he contributed to some of the decisions in that organization. And he had a good draft last year, but overall he's made a lot of bad decisions for the Lions. And part of that is just because he's handcuffed. He can't go out and spin like he want to spin because the Fords won't let him. So once again, he's failed. That's the Lions general manager. He get a big fat D going to his 4th offseason. If that's part of the Fords not letting him spend the money, but he ain't gonna spend the money this year. He gonna go and be frugal and be very, very cheap. And once again, we're gonna have a lot of money. We got money this year. He gonna go in there and not get big free agent signings. He's gonna get slow and steady, wins the race, and he ain't gonna make no splash signings. He ain't gonna do, you know, he ain't gonna go out there and be a go-getter. So that's because the organization doesn't allow him to do that. But it is what it is, man. Let me know what you give grade for Bob Quinn. Let me know if I missed something. Don't forget, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Also, you can reach out to me in the email. You can DM me on those sites if you got a question, business inquiry, sponsorship, or you just want to chop it up and got a video request. I am there for that as well. I'm trying to get back to you at my earliest convenience. Also, you want to make a donation to the channel. That link's in the description as well. Appreciate everybody who do donate to the channel. Do me one better. We tweet out every video. Share their videos, screen record them, share their links with somebody that loves Detroit football, and Detroit sports. Most definitely appreciate you guys. And I'll put the stream of the week up this voting very, very soon. As soon as you see this video.